So who are you, really, when you're online? Is it the profile you spend hours building, the communities you're a part of, or is it the passport you're sometimes forced to upload just to get access? Today, we're diving headfirst into this massive identity crisis that's playing out online and, what it actually means for you and your data.
Just think about that for a second. You know the moment. Your phone asks for a picture of your driver's license, your passport, and you just pause. You get that little knot in your stomach, and you can't help but wonder, where is this actually going? Who's looking at it? And how on earth are they keeping it safe?
Well, if you've ever felt that, you are definitely not alone. In fact, that exact feeling just exploded into a huge global backlash not too long ago. This is the story of how one of the biggest platforms out there got this spectacularly wrong. And, maybe more importantly, how that massive failure might just be showing us the way to a much, much better future for our digital selves.
When you boil it all down, this entire situation really comes down to just one thing: trust. Or, to be more accurate, a complete and total breakdown of trust between the platforms we use every single day and us, the people actually using them.
And our main story today, the perfect example of this crisis of trust, comes from the social media giant Discord. Their attempt at age verification basically became a masterclass in how not to handle your user's identity. Let's just take a look at how fast this all fell apart. So, in 2024, Discord announces the plan. On the surface, it sounds kind of reasonable, right? They're trying to comply with safety laws. But then, fast forward to early 2026, when it actually starts rolling out. Suddenly, users are being told they have to upload government IDs, they have to submit to biometric face scans, and within weeks, the entire community is in an uproar. By the end of that same month, February, Discord slams on the brakes, pulls the plug on the whole project. A complete and utter collapse in just a few weeks. So, what went so wrong? Well, it really came down to three things. First, the partner they chose to handle the data, a vendor called Persona, had reported links to surveillance tech, which, you can imagine, set off all kinds of alarm bells. Second, this wasn't really a choice. It was an ultimatum. Give us your IB and your face scan, or you lose access to your communities. And finally, the trust just wasn't there to begin with. Discord had a data breach a while back, so when they started making promises about security, it just felt hollow.
Okay, so that was a disaster. But out of the ashes of that failure, a totally different way of thinking is starting to emerge. And this one puts privacy at the very heart of its design.
This really lays out the two different worlds, doesn't it? You've got the old way, the Discord way, which is all about centralized surveillance. The platforms collect and store your ID, which basically turns your data into this juicy payload for hackers. The platform has all the power. But the new way, it's all about decentralized proof. The platform only gets a simple yes or no. Your data isn't a payload, it's a permission that you control, and that means you hold the power. So, this new way is powered by a technology called Universal Integrated Identity, or UIID. And I know it might sound a bit like science fiction, but it's actually built on some incredibly clever mathematics. Let's see how this thing is put together. The magic ingredient here is something called zero-knowledge proofs. And honestly, the name kind of says it all. It's a way for me to prove to you that something is true, let's say that I'm over 18, without ever having to show you the evidence, like my driver's license with my actual birth date on it. And here's how that works in the real world. It's so simple. The platform, let's say a social media app, asks one question. Is this user over 18? The UID system does its thing, generates this really complex cryptographic proof, and sends it back. And what does the platform get? Not your birthday, not your photo, not your address, just a simple, mathematically verified yes. That is it. And this is the absolute key to the whole thing. The platform never actually holds your ID document. They never have it. And if they don't have it, there is literally no ID document for a hacker to steal from their servers. I mean, that just changes the entire security game.
But wait, it gets even cooler. UIDD uses what's called a core alias system. So you verify your real legal identity just one time to create your core identity. Think of it like your trust anchor. It's kept totally private. Then, for every single app or social network you join, you generate a brand new, unique, disposable alias. So if one of those aliases ever gets caught up in a data leak, it can't be traced back to your core or to any of your other online accounts. It's like having a separate fireproof identity for every single website.
And think of the convenience. Instead of that unbelievably annoying process of finding your passport and taking a picture of it over and over and over again for every new service, you just do it once. This UIED becomes your portable digital passport. You can just move seamlessly across any website or app that supports it.
So all this tech, the zero-knowledge proofs, the aliases, all of it is really designed to do one single thing, to put you, the user, back in the driver's seat of your own digital life.
Okay, so after seeing how all of this works, let's go back to that fundamental question we started with. In this new privacy-first model, who really holds the power over your identity? The answer is so simple, but it is revolutionary. You do. For what feels like the first time, you are in complete and total control.
And this isn't just some vague idea of control. It's made real with something called a sovereignty dashboard. Think of it like a mission control center for your identity. You can see every single app that you've given a permission to, like prove I'm over 18. And what if you decide you don't trust an app anymore? You just hit the kill switch. Boom, their access is instantly revoked. You can delete that disposable alias forever. It is the ultimate tool for digital empowerment.
So let's zoom out. What does all of this really mean for the future of the internet? This isn't just about one company's big mistake. It's about a massive shift in how we even think about who we are online. Look, if that whole Discord saga taught us anything, it's this. The old model, the one where we trade our privacy for some vague promise of safety, it's broken. It's done. Users have rejected it loud and clear. For years, we've been handed this false choice. We've been told that if you want more safety online, you have to give up more of your privacy. The old model was built on this terrible compromise. But what if that choice was a complete lie all along? Here it is. This is the crucial takeaway from all of this. We don't have to choose. Technology like zero-knowledge proofs proves that we can have both. We can build safe online communities without building massive surveillance systems. We can use the power of mathematical certainty instead of just collecting more and more of our private data. And that really brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. The next time an app asks you for a picture of your passport or access to your contacts or any other piece of your identity, maybe the question isn't just, do I trust this company? Maybe the real question is there a better way? Will you start asking what they're really doing with your data and demanding a system that actually puts you back in control?